Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and this is going to be an inspiring insert video. I have quite a few inspiring inserts video. I think this is going to be number 4. Sometimes when I have time or some idea pops into my head, I definitely want to share that with you people. My workspace is currently a mess, so I'm going to lift this camera a little bit so that you can have a better view of the work that we're going to do. So okay, here I have two blue themed sort of paper. One is from the blue kit that I have, and the other is from the Vintage Blues collage papers and ephemera. So I will be creating a like a interlocking, overlapping kind of insert. I don't know how this is going to go because I have made some from scraps, some from papers as it is, and each of them have turned something different. Sort of, and somewhere along the line I goofed up, and then I tried to fix things, and honestly it didn't go the way I wanted this to go, but still I'm going to give this a try and see what it wants to turn out to be, because yeah, this is the third time. No, I'm going to be saying this is for the fourth time I'm trying to do this. Each of the time I messed up, and I am pretty ashamed, and also sort of at my tether's end. I don't know how this is going to go, and somehow this insert is not going how I wanted this to go. Okay, so the entire video has been inspired by Julie from Camellia Crafts. I just saw her video today. I thought I'm going to give it a try, but honestly it didn't go well at all. It's not Julie's fault. Julie has been an excellent person to inspire me. She has inspired me before also. I have done things that she has done, and I said that in my video also. Anyways, so let's start this. I don't know how this is going to go. If this goes wrong, then I don't know, I'm not going to give this another try. Okay, so the first thing here, we have two papers. Now this one I had printed in the US letter size. It could have been bigger if you're printing on A4 size, but I just printed this on US letter size, so that's how it is. But that's not a big deal. You can simply cut and trim and stuff like that. So I'm going to be using this as the main the cover paper or whatever. So anyways, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold, I'm going to score. See, I'm talking all rubbish. I'm going to be scoring at half an inch. Okay, so half an inch it is, so it's going to be like this. Okay, so this is going to be the first thing that we're going to do. Okay, and then we're going to fold at 2 inches. This is where things start going wrong. Okay, so I want to make sure that this time I do not mess up at all. So this is going to be one of our pockets, and the rest is going to be where we're going to slip in another folder of similar kind. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this just as it is. I'm not going to do anything to it. Now I'm going to move on to the next paper. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this, that is now if you are using some paper with some definite orientation, please try to follow that. I am using the collage sheet, so even if I mess up, I hope I don't. Anyways, it's not going to be a big issue, but still I'm going to try and follow as much as possible. So here is the thing that I have. So this is the first pocket that's going to go in. Now I'm going to be okay, so this is where I want this pocket to be. Okay, so what I can do is I want this pocket to be overlapping. Just a second. Okay, so this is the back portion, and here I want this pocket to overlap, sort of thing. So now I'm going to be creating another pocket over here, and then that's going to fold up. So basically this is going to be like so, and I'm going to be folding this. I'm just eyeballing this. If you are not comfortable with that, you can score it, but I hope this is going to do the job. Okay, it's not a very great job. I did not a very great job, but that's fine. It's going to still work. So this is going to be like this, and now what I'll do is I will create another pocket. So this is going to fold up. Okay, this is where I want this image to fold up. Okay, and now I'm going to turn this. Okay, so now what I'll do is I already have one pocket over here. I want another pocket over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure out how much I want. That is around 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Okay, so I have my pencil. And here is 2.5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to be measuring 2.5 from here also. So 2.5 inches. So this is where I'm going to cut this page off. Okay, this is not straight. Yeah, so I'm just going to tear this page off. I don't need this. So now I'm just going to bring this over. Okay, I'm just going to bring this over, and I can fold this part. This is totally guesstimating stuff, you know. You just need to work your way through this. So I'm going to be creating a double pocket sort of thing. How ambitious of me, when I couldn't even execute the rest. Okay, so this is going to be the insert. Okay, I'll just fix this. Okay, so I'm going to be trimming these down a little bit. So now the thing is that you can adjust this a little bit. You can bring this like so and then close it. Okay, so now you can see this peeks through. So I have just this piece which is going to tuck into this side, and it's totally up to me how much I want this to show. Now it is not even at the top. I'm going to do the needful. So I'm going to trim this, glue the edges, and I'll show you how it's going to look. So I don't require this much, this paper. I'll probably make another one from the same same paper, and also some other papers. So let's do the gluing stuff. If you want to sew, you can sew also, but I'm not sewing this. As for the closure, Julie has used Brad's, like the policy envelope closure. I really love those kind of closures. So I don't know when I'll add them to the journal. I'll probably be using those. So this is like the pocket. So now I'm going to ink this, and I don't want to get bored when I'm inking. So I'll probably fast forward this or come back after I've inked the entire thing. So I have inked very lightly. I just don't want to give this a very dark, gloomy kind of look. And I am not going to be gluing the pockets, you know, all the way through. I'll just show you what I mean by this. I'm going to be like this one. So I'm going to be gluing only this part and this part, and then I'm going to trim this just to see that how much I have gone off the grid sort of thing. So I'm just going to trim this a little bit, not much, because I think I have not done trimming well. That's it. I'm not going to do much. So this is just a narrow piece of scrap. You can use a piece of scrap also. As you can see, you don't need a entire sheet of paper. So I'm going to be gluing this down, and then this is going to close up. Okay, let's start gluing things down. So what I'll do, the first part is I'm going to glue this one, this part. Okay, so I have one big pocket over here, and then I'm going to close this. And if you want at this stage, even before this stage, if you want, you can definitely sew this, but I'm not going to sew this for the sake of the time constraint and stuff like that. So I'm just going to let this dry a little bit so that it adheres properly. And then this is the scrap that's going to be tucked in like this. Now it's totally up to you how big or small you want this to be, and at the end I definitely need to trim that part also. So I'm going to be gluing this part down first. Okay, I'm going to let this dry and come back. Then I'm just gluing this part to the top. Here you can see it's not straight, it's a little bit wonky, but that's okay. I'll trim those down later on. And here I'm just putting a little bit of glue. Okay, so my insert is looking a little bit different. You know, it's totally okay because I didn't follow what she did. I just got inspired by her. So this is like a narrow insert. Okay, you have one pocket over here. When you open up, you have 2 pockets, 3 pockets. If you want, you can put some papers in here too. You can embellish and decorate the front cover. So this is a very quick insert sort of thing that you can do even with your scraps. I'll probably be using up more of my bigger scraps this way, bigger pieces of papers this way. So if you like this video, I'm going to make another one using the rest of the paper. So don't go anywhere, keep watching, I'll be back. Okay, so we are going to make another of this, but this time probably this is going to be of different dimension. As I said, this does not matter much. It's totally up to you how you can guesstimate. And I know there's a weird shadow over here because of the papers that I have which have been gathering around, but please ignore this if you can. And let's move on to the next one. So this one is like this. It's pretty narrow, but I like this because you can insert this in your traveler's notebook, and then you will have a pocket over here, and when you open this you will have 2 pockets over here. So probably I'm going to use this in some of the traveler's notebooks that I'm creating on the side. I'll talk about them in a separate video, not here, not now. So let's start this. So I want this to be a little bit wider. So how do I do that? So the first thing I have to keep in mind is my pocket is going to be 2 inches plus the ½ inch, that is 2.5, and then I can decide how much wider I want this pocket to be. So let's start off. So this is going to be the front part, and I'm guesstimating. You can do however way you like. You can even do this with your you know, the paperweight cardstock paper, not cardstock, paperweight papers, you know, the pattern papers that come. So then I'm going to fold this. This is around 2 inches. Okay, so if you want, you can measure this. Just let me make sure. Yes, you can see it's exactly 2 inches. So this is 2 inches. Okay, after 2 inches, what I'm going to do is, this works best. Now I'm going to give the total width of the insert will be around 3.5 to 4 inches, so around this much. So this is what I want. Okay, so this is what I want. So basically you can divide the paper into half, or fold the paper into half, and then start working also, if that suits you. So this is again another paper from my paper collection. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, so this can be as much wide or narrow as you want. So I want to make this much. This is around 3.5 inches probably. This is 3.25. Okay, that's fine. So that's 3.25 inches wide. So this is going to be one pocket. This is going to be the fold over here, and then this can be another pocket. So I want this to close up, but not too much. So that can be like this. So this is again is around 1.5 inches. Okay, so this is 1.5 inches, and then I have this paper. So this is 2 inches. Then you have a 3.25 kind of inch wide. So this is totally variable. This can be according to the journal you're working in, or you want to put this in, and then this fold comes in. This can also be variable. It can be made into a narrower section, but I don't want that, because I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to be placing this. Okay, so I'm going to fold this. Again, this is all guesstimating. Okay, so this is not very complicated, but can look good. So if you want, you can fix this also, but I would not want to fix this anyway. So I'm going to be keeping this straight, because I want this to be a double pocket, and then I'm going to turn this and see how much I want. So I can make it in, because I have this paper, what I want to do is I want to make this into a bigger pocket. So what I can do, just a second, let me fix this. So I want to fix this. This looks weird. Okay, so I'm going to fix this, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm going to fold this, and I'm also going to fold this. So this time around we are doing another type, whereby this paper being too long, I'm going to be extending this pocket on this side also. So what we'll have is, we can have one pocket over here. Okay, I'm going to punch a hole over here, a double tuck over here, and then another pocket over here. So for that, what we need to do is, we need to strengthen this part so that this is like, this can handle the, you know, putting in of the things and taking out and stuff like that. So I'm going to be reinforcing this part. And once I reinforce this, I'm going to let this dry also. So you'll see what I mean by this. Okay. So I'm going to be, so you can tweak around these type of folders and make them whatever way you like. So I'm going to be using that, and of course I'm going to glue this down. So, and in another video probably I'll show you how I'm going to decorate these with laces and flowers and stuff like that. So that's going to be another video, because this will then become very long. And this one, since I don't have too much of space over here, I can just add a strip of paper. Just a second. I have this strip of paper that I can use. Okay, so I have this strip, and I'm not going to fold this. Instead, I'm going to line this up with paper. Yes, I do this. I don't throw away the, you know, when you print out, if you're not printing fit to page, then you often end up with strips like this, and then you can use them to strengthen your pockets or whatever. So this one we're going to do a little bit differently, and it's like this. So let's put the main thingy. So this is the front. Okay, so this is going to be one tuck. Then when you open this, this is going to be another tuck. Here you have one, again two, and then when you close this, you can have another one over here. So this again, I have created 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 pockets. So one bonus one, you can say. So I'm going to punch a small hole over here with my circle punch. So this is, I think this is 3/4 of an inch. Just let me make sure that it goes through. So that's that. Yeah. So, and now I'm going to be gluing these edges. So you can see you don't need a full page, basically full 2 pages. One full page and 1/2 page sort of will do, but it's totally up to you how you want these kind of folders to be. You can embellish them as you want. If you want to keep them blankish, that's going to work too. If you want to stitch, that's fine. So I'm going to glue this first, but I need to ink this. So the folds I'm going to be probably inking later on here, because I won't be able to reach into these portions later on. So let me do this part. Now I'm going to glue this. So now comes the part where, now when you're gluing a pocket like this, don't glue onto this part, the main part, because then you might have extra glue spreading all over. So this is done. Okay, now we have this part again. Now you can keep it at this, you don't have to add the extra pockets, but it's just that I saw Julie do it so beautifully, and it's not like Julie's, that's for sure. She did something different. I can't say entirely different, but somewhat different. And now we come to this part where this is the folder, and this is how I'm going to attach this. So for that, I'm going to be trimming this part, and I'm going to be inking. Okay, you can stitch, as I said. I'm not stitching, even if I would love to. Right now I'm not stitching because it's going to be a very lengthy process otherwise. And I'm going to be also trimming off this extra bit. Okay, now comes the gluing part. You might think that I'm going too fast. If you feel, you can watch it again and get the gist of it. Like, again, I'm going to put glue on this part, and these pockets are going to be pretty roomy and big, so they're going to work fine. Again, thank you, Julie, for inspiring. My voice, actually I am a little bit strained. I have, I've been working constantly for some time now, and my voice is at a point where it is, it might sound a little bit softer to you, but that's because in the morning when I woke up, I could hardly speak. It had started from yesterday, and today also I was having so much of difficulty speaking, but that's okay. So here I need to fix this. So here, this one is again of different dimension, as you can see, and personally I would prefer to get this stitched, but I don't know, probably the glue will hold up. So I'm going to show now. This part I have not glued, and I need to fix that. You can okay, so you can do that. I kind of like it. So the one that we have done is different from this one, and as you can see, there are many variations, and I'll also show you what I have done so far. There have been quite a few. Each of them are different, and I will be probably sewing these first, and then I will give an update on these folders. So this one was some sort of a Julie's version. I have a pocket over here, but it doesn't have a pocket here, and this will also be a pocket. This will be a pocket, so that's totally up to you. I can embellish this part. So this one was a little bit different. This one I joined the paper, and then again this one can be a pocket, this one can be a pocket, and then I can add some pocket or some journaling paper here, and then add more pockets. So that is also a little bit different. This one I made from two just small scraps that I had. So this one just tucks in, this is sort of like this. So here is the pocket, here is the pocket, and when you close this, here is another pocket. So there are different variations to the same concept, and this one is also a little bit different. I had this little scrap. I'll probably use this over here, make it into a tuck spot, and this one will also go in like this. So basically you can create minimum of 4 pockets, 3 to 4 pockets, and then you can take it from there. Okay, so you can add a vellum pocket over here or a lace pocket, whatever. So I have made some This one goes in here. So I will stitch all these, and probably we'll decorate these together and see how each of them are different, but they can be wonderful if you embellish them. I personally like this one most because, you know, the more you practice, the better you get. That's the thing. And yeah, so here's one pocket. You can tuck things in. Also, I have made some more. So as I said, I made quite a few of these. You know, they were all trial and error method, and some worked, some didn't. So somehow I'll have to make these work, and then I'll be back to show you how I'm going to embellish these. Now, as you can see, I've made quite a few of these, and yeah. So tell me if you want me to make ephemera packs for my shop, using these folders, tags, and stuff like that. I'm basically on the, you know, in the process of using up as much scraps as possible, as much papers that I have generated as scraps, because it's really getting unmanageable. And since I do not devote as much time as I would love to in creating journals, this is really becoming a menace for me. So I would like to put together some ephemera packs. So if you're interested, then comment below. Of course, they're going to be free shipping, goes without saying, and you'll get a ton of different kinds of ephemera, mostly page edges, folders like this, which you can tuck inside your journals. Maybe I can just slip in a simple traveler's notebook style journal also. So we'll see how it goes. I have plans of putting together some kits like this just to use up some scraps I have, and as I said, they'll definitely be free shipping. So thank you everybody for watching this. Bye. Have a great day.